It's great because you realize that you've got sort of a deep bench of people that you know that you can draw from.
Right.
That not only are you sort of reaching out to them, but you're benefiting so much because you're inheriting all this skill and even little parts. Matt Walsh did a cameo there as being interviewed, like just small little things that pop up throughout. Andy Richter, who I had known from the improv community in Chicago, was there, and the new people that they know,
right?
Like Kyle Gass. There's a million great little pieces of casting that have, over time flowered into their own careers apart from that.
You actually went to the school that the school Peter Parker went to in the movie was based on, right?
Right, they based it on the Bronx High School of Science, which was a great public school in New York. You have to take a test to go there. Smart kids from all over the city. And it really actually is pretty close to how they depicted it. I think they call it the Midtown School of Science or something, but I know that Tom Holland went to Bronx Science to do research.
Right.
And it was a great experience.
Did you live in the Bronx?
I didn't. I lived in Queens, like Spider-Man.
Oh, so you
Spider-Man's a big deal to me.
Me too, yeah.
So I went there. It was a bit of a geek school, as they show. At the time, it wasn't as cool to be a geek, and I was a geek in the geek school because I would play Dungeons and Dragons, so even the geeks considered you like a geek.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Star Wars was a big influence on me because it came out in '77. I was born in '66. So I was right at the right age for that thing to hit. And it was before all the hype, it was the first to kind of the popcorn blockbusters. You had that, and then you had Spielberg's films. So you had like Jaws and that. But before then it was still the 70s, it was 70s movies. And I remember I don't even remember seeing a commercial. I remember seeing like a picture in the newspaper, like the New York Post or something, about the movie. Now we look back at Star Wars nostalgically, but at the time, it was mind-blowingly technical and the visual effects were so innovative. And it was such a simple story that was told in a way that young people could appreciate it, but with all the detail and complexity of a big Hollywood production. So I, like many of my generation, were completely enthralled with it. And that's before you had all of this competition for your attention. So you'd keep going back to the movie theater, you'd play with the toys, you waited for the sequel to come out. The sequels were great.
Yeah,
and that's my background, whether it was Elf or Iron Man with Robert Downey Jr. I've always loved improvisation, things that could bring a little bit of life to it, and I love to spend all that time meticulously going through every daily. And with animation, it's even easier because you could cut anything together and then you animate to that. So it really was the best of, and both of them are so funny, and we recorded them together. We actually acted it out in like a rehearsal theater space and recorded their voices so that what you're seeing is a much more natural improvisational.
And I was so interested in why, of all the characters in the Marvel Universe, now it seems to make perfect sense why you'd start with Iron Man.
It's who was left over. They were making a lot of superhero movies with Spider-Man, and they had Batman, and Iron Man was, seemed like the next logical choice.
Have you heard the buzz about a shocking twist in Hollywood? Reports are swirling about a famed director who allegedly exposed a toxic work environment on the set of a major film. The story hints at a behind-the-scenes drama that has many asking tough questions. Rumors suggest this director may have visited the Deadpool set, even though he is not officially linked to the film. Evidence is starting to point to a scenario where insider knowledge revealed hidden problems on set, a claim that has stirred up plenty of debate. Sources close to the production imply that unsettling conditions may have been lurking beneath the surface. The claims remain purely speculative, but the details are enough to spark intense conversation among insiders. It appears even big Hollywood productions can hide issues that many never see. Stay tuned as more pieces of this puzzling story are gradually coming to light. Now this part is intriguing. Favreau is not officially a part of the Deadpool crew. I mean, he did not direct the film. He did not produce the film either. His deep ties to Marvel are well known. His name stands for trusted filmmaking and big projects. Why would he then comment on work issues on set if he never led the film? Evidence is starting to point to him simply being a concerned insider. Some say his input reflects his long career rather than any formal connection to the project. A source close to the set implies that his reputation might have been enough to make him a voice in this swirling controversy. Some may see this as a bold step on his part, others view it as a natural extension of his Marvel legacy. But the burning question remains, what drove him to step in? Is it genuine concern for the work environment or something else entirely? The mystery only grows deeper. The Deadpool films are known for their fun, irreverent style, a vibe that brings energy and laughter to every scene. It is odd to hear whispers of a toxic work environment on a set famous for its playful spirit. Industry insiders are saying that there might have been issues behind the scenes. Evidence is starting to point to a clash between high expectations and hidden tensions. A source close to the set implied that things may not have been as smooth as the public image suggests, stirring up doubts about the collaborative atmosphere. This leaves us with a puzzling picture. How could a production known for its humor and easygoing nature face such conflicting expectations? The conversation is heating up as more details emerge, making everyone wonder what really went on behind the scenes. There are a few possible reasons Favreau may have been on set. He could have been there because of personal friendships, catching up with old pals. He might have been involved due to overlapping Marvel projects that often share creative minds. Or perhaps he was lending his insight as a creative consultant behind the scenes, sharing his expertise quietly. Some fans are saying he may have picked up on interpersonal conflicts, creative clashes that others simply did not see. The idea is that his experience may have made him notice subtle tensions that went unnoticed by many. This raises the question, was it genuine concern for the crew, or just a natural byproduct of his deep industry ties? Evidence is starting to point to a mix of both possibilities, leaving us with a mystery that grows deeper with every rumor. The history of Deadpool is filled with creative clashes that have shaped its evolution. Reports suggest that there were power struggles on set that changed the way things were done. Director Tim Miller left the franchise after Deadpool 1 due to creative differences with Ryan Reynolds, and Reynolds ended up taking more control over the project, which shifted the dynamics dramatically. Some are saying that Favreau may have been hinting at these past tensions when he talked about toxic work environments. A source close to the production implies that the issues could have roots in long-standing conflicts on set. Could it be that Favreau was referring to these power struggles and creative rifts when discussing the toxic atmosphere? The clues are starting to point in that direction, and it makes you wonder what really went on behind those doors. Favreau is known for creating sets that feel like a family. He is all about building a positive work environment on every project. I have it on good authority that he values teamwork and respect over ego. He once spoke about how some Hollywood productions feel like a warm family, while others turn out stressful and ego-driven. There is a clear contrast in his remarks, and many find it intriguing. Although he never specifically called Deadpool toxic, evidence is starting to point to his general comments on workplace negativity. Fans are saying his observations might hint at deeper issues on set, without naming any names. This perspective leaves us questioning what truly makes a set feel like home or a battleground. And it is a conversation that gets everyone thinking about the hidden dynamics behind big productions. No one has produced a clip that shows Favreau explicitly calling the Deadpool set toxic. The whole rumor rides on vague statements and online chatter. Evidence is starting to point to interpretations rather than concrete facts. This narrative is built on assumptions rather than solid proof. There is no footage or recorded words to back up these claims. Here are some points to consider. No direct interview clips exist that show Favreau saying the set was toxic. The entire idea stems from ambiguous statements that leave room for many interpretations. Some fans believe his high standards for on-set harmony may have made normal Hollywood tension seem like a big issue. The lack of solid evidence makes it hard to confirm the allegations. It leaves plenty of room for debate and speculation. I wonder if we will ever see a clear answer behind all these layers of rumor and interpretation. Some fans are quick to brush off these claims. They point to interviews where everyone seems to be getting along and argue that the film's success simply doesn't match up with a toxic work culture. Others say that Hollywood is a tricky beast. It often hides backstage drama behind a shiny public face. They note that many big movies have had chaotic productions that never made the final cut on screen. They argue that even a film as upbeat as Deadpool could have its share of behind-the-scenes tensions. This mix of opinions leaves you wondering, is the surface all there is? Or are there hidden layers that only a few insiders have seen? The debate adds another twist to the story and makes you question how much you really know about what goes on behind those camera doors. This rumor sparks a larger discussion about how Hollywood really works on set. It is about toxic work environments, mental health, and leadership that sometimes falls short. The fun and wild energy we see on screen may be masking a darker reality behind the scenes. I have it on good authority that behind the laughter there might be tensions that no one talks about. Industry insiders are saying that the bright lights can hide some heavy shadows. Many believe that the on-screen comedy of Deadpool might cover up real struggles in managing a set. Is it possible that the ease we enjoy is just a neat trick to hide serious issues? This conversation touches on how even the best productions can have undercurrents that disrupt harmony. It makes you wonder what goes on behind those camera doors and how much we really see. The debate on work culture is far from over, and it leaves us questioning what it truly means to have a healthy set environment. Favreau hasn't cleared the air. No official remarks have come forward to confirm any issues on set. The Deadpool team remains silent, and evidence is starting to point to nothing concrete. We're left with a lot of questions and very few answers. Is it truth or just another case of internet chatter? Only time will tell if more clarity emerges, or if this remains a topic of endless debate. The rumor thrives on mystery, and that is what makes it so compelling. No one has confirmed or denied these claims, and that leaves room for wild speculation. Every time Favreau speaks, the pressure mounts to find hidden clues in his words. I have it on good authority that every future interview is being watched for any sign that he was really referring to Deadpool. This uncertainty fuels the rumor further and makes it grow with each passing day. It is a puzzle with missing pieces that keeps everyone guessing and talking about what might be true. Future collaborations might finally put this rumor to bed. If Favreau teams up with the Deadpool crew again, it could clear the air. It is said that working together could show there's no lingering tension behind the scenes. On the other hand, if they keep their distance or avoid discussing each other, fans might see that as more evidence of past clashes. This could keep the debate alive and fuel more speculation. It all comes down to how these industry heavyweights choose to move forward and what clues they leave behind. Until Favreau or someone directly involved confirms or denies these claims, the rumor remains unresolved. There are several possibilities that may explain the buzz. One possibility is that the toxic work environment rumor is exaggerated and based on misinterpreted statements. Another possibility is that Favreau noticed creative or interpersonal issues, but chose to speak in general terms rather than publicly calling anyone out. There is also a chance that the internet is simply fueling another Hollywood gossip cycle by linking unrelated anecdotes to a popular franchise. Either way, the idea that Deadpool, a franchise celebrated for its humor and camaraderie, might hide real tension adds another layer of intrigue to its already unpredictable legacy. What do you think of this mystery? Could there be more beneath the surface? Share your thoughts and join the conversation as we continue to unravel this Hollywood enigma.